Good morning, sir. Are you Cedric Franklin?
Morning,
And Mr. Franklin, before I go forward with your sentencing, there was a couple of concerns I had with regard to maybe some previous drug use. I'm going to have you tested this morning before we go forward with sentencing. Have a seat in the jury box and we'll get that done. And then we'll go forward with sentencing. Fabian Hall sentencing, Mr. Smith, obviously about the decision making. So what I'm going to do, Mr. Hall, I'm going to follow the agreement that you're making, but I'm going to add, and I had already gone through all of that, correct?
Yes.
So in addition to the 7 years deferred probation, the $1,500 fine, the parenting class following CPS orders and all of that, I'm going to order that you enter and successfully complete the substance abuse track of the ISF program.
Mm-hmm.
That means you will go into custody today. And you will complete the ISF program. And when you get out, you will do JCDI as your aftercare, which is an outpatient treatment program. Obviously, if you are doing and around people that are smoking marijuana and you've got 4 kids living with, where were your kids yesterday at the barbecue? Were they with you all?
No, they wasn't.
They weren't.
Mom.
So instead of being the good dad that you're saying you are, you're out at a barbecue without your family.
No, the family was there, not around me though.
Okay, so your kids were there, but they weren't around the people smoking
Yeah, no.
marijuana. Okay. That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
No, I'm being honest. I'm serious.
Okay,
They wasn't
well,
around me.
you're gonna enter again, we're gonna hopefully get some better decision making done. If not, you're gonna end up back in here if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
violate any condition of probation, if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
test positive for marijuana, if you violate any of these other rules, you'll be back here in court and you'll be looking at a sentence between 2 years and up to 10 years.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm handing you the trial flip certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You probably, you're gonna go with the bailiff. I think have a seat in the jury box so probation can go over that paperwork. All right, go back with the bailiff, sir. Jeez, how many is that? They're gonna have a lot of shackles back there. Okay, good. Mr. Galmore working on styles. I'm waiting on Mr. Jeffries. We might want to send a message, make sure Mr. Jeffries remembers he needs to come back over for Mr. Gomez.
Let's see these next.
Thank you. Ms. Malfino, this is Christian Ainsworth sentencing. Mr. Ainsworth, I have a notation here. I'm going to have you drug tested this morning here in court before we move forward. If you'll please have a seat in the jury box, we'll get that done and let you take care of your sentencing. Have a seat in the jury box.
Miss King is here, Judge. I just didn't see what I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna, yeah, I'm gonna hold that for just a second. I want to visit with you guys. Okay. Mr. Rojas, you've got Tashawn Bass, 2 cases. Good morning. Are you Tashawn Bass? And Mr. Bass is charged in each of his cases with aggravated assault, aggravated sexual assault of a child in cause numbers 25 CCR 0832 and 0833. And Mr. Rojas, what is the announcement?
Speaking with Ms. French last week, after exchanging emails, I think she needs more time to talk with the victims. It's a new case to her.
Sure,
She
yeah.
didn't have had time to look at everything yet.
Okay. Anything else that I need to know of, Ms. French, or?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Rojas expressed that correctly. I would like to talk with the family and the victim before an offer is made.
All right, so I'll just do a normal reset to give Ms. French some time to get that taken care of. She'll get that information and an offer to Mr. Rojas before the next court date. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Rojas so that once he has that information, you can go over it with him and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date. All right, free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And then it's Mr. Bruce Smith. All right, Christopher Stiles, Mr. Galmore.
Sure. There.
Good morning, sir. Are you Christopher Stiles? And Mr. Galmore, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
You will, Your Honor.
I'll take it.
Sorry.
Mr. Stiles, in cause number 25, BCCR 0594, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of abandoning or endangering a child from April 28th of 2025. And how did you plead to that charge?
No contest.
You
Judge,
either did-
under these circumstances, and Mr. Galmore could probably elaborate more, the state's not opposed to a no contest plea. I understand the court's policy on that.
Okay, you obviously understand better, and I typically don't allow that, but if the state is unopposed, knowing what my position is, then I'll.
A guilty plea under these circumstances could have some collateral effects that the state's not necessarily intending.
All right, so did you enter your plea of no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Galmore?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine. I see here the agreement for a no contest plea, that there would be only supervised visits allowed with the child victim in the case, and also that the parties agree, if the circumstances allow and if I approve it, an expunction under section or Article 55A or Section 55A.101A2 in the expunction statute. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
Objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Stiles is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back for sentencing later. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right over there. All right, we'll see you back at
Thank you, Judge.
sentencing.
Thanks, Judge.
Okay, let's see, Mr. Jeffries on Stephen Gomez.
Yes.
And for the record, Ms. Tucker's here. So Mr. Gomez tested negative. There's just, and I don't know what's going on. Obviously, lots of people are on drug patches and not testing positive as often as Mr. Gomez is. I appreciate the hair follicle test, but the only thing I can think, Ms. Tucker, is, so is he still in JCDI?
Yes, ma'am. He
Okay.
still is.
Can we do weekly UAs?
He's actually on UAs.
He is
as
on
well.
random UAs.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess what I would say at this point is let's continue that. And if there's any other issue, let me know. He's tested negative in court. I know a couple times at least. Obviously there's something going on that we need to figure out with the drug patch, because people don't just randomly test positive for meth on the drug patches. So continue doing what you're supposed to be doing on JCDI. And Ms. Tucker, if anything else happens, the only thing I know is just to let me know and send something over, and we'll have to figure it out at that point.
Yes, ma'am.
If there's something, and I don't know what all could cause a positive drug screen, if there's anything else that's going on in Mr. Gomez's life, but y'all might need to look into that. I'm sorry.
I was just,
So, if there's something else that could potentially cause that positive, that needs to stop, whatever it is, even if it's not something illegal. I don't know what it could be, but it's time to kind of dig further into lifestyle and what's going on. Every single thing that is being put into your body needs to be kind of adjusted and discussed with your probation officer so that we know what's going on and why you're testing positive.
This hearing demonstrates how prior convictions can significantly influence a judge's decision during a bond hearing. Although the defense presented arguments about financial hardship, employment opportunities, and family support, the court ultimately focused on the defendant's documented criminal history and the nature of the current allegations. Judges must weigh several legal factors, including community safety, the seriousness of the offense, and the likelihood that a defendant will appear for future court proceedings. In this case, the judge determined that the existing bond remained appropriate after considering those factors. While every defendant has the right to request a bond review, each decision depends on the specific facts, evidence, and legal standards presented during the hearing.